Hey guys, welcome back. I hope that you're having a great day. In my last video, I explained 4 different elements that Marty and I try to implement as we homeschool Sarah and Seth. In this video, I want to go into more detail about element number 1. Element number 1 is growing in wisdom. I'm a firm believer that children need to be running and playing and acting silly. I'm also a firm believer in book work that teaches our children many disciplines, including responsibility. When Sarah was very little, Marty and I decided that we wanted to homeschool her. We're very convicted that God gave our children to us as their parents to raise and to guide the best that we can while they're still at home with us. That means that morning, day, and night be together and to guide them through life's experiences. There's many different ways to educate your children. We chose a classical Christian education and order most of our curriculum from Veritas Press. The website's right here, www.veritaspress.com, and you can check that out for more details of a whole catalog of curriculum from kindergarten through high school. And we love their materials. Classical Christian learning uses the developmental stages in our children to enhance their learning experiences. For example, in the grammar stage, children are naturally inquisitive and they want to learn, they're willing to learn, and they like to memorize and learn lots of facts. So classical learning uses that God-given natural ability of children and gives them lots of material to memorize. It gives them lots of opportunity to mimic, and it's also the stage where they learn a lot about language. There are 2 other stages of learning, the dialectic and the rhetoric stage, and I will put an explanation of those in the description to this video. One reason that Marty and I chose the classical Christian education for Sarah and Seth is because the foundation of the study is God. So everything they do is seen through the perspective of God. When they study history, they come at the perspective of the Creator, God. They also, when they study science, they're able to see how awesome and intelligent God is. Another reason that we really like the classical Christian education is because it teaches them how to learn. It doesn't just feed them facts and expect them to perform for a test, but that teaches them how to learn. Another very practical way to help them increase or to grow in their wisdom is by helping them learn money management. We gave Sarah and Seth the job every week to clean our yard, and then we will pay them for it. At the end of the week, we help them to divide up their money into 3 ways. 10% goes into savings, 10% goes for contribution for the church on Sunday, and the rest becomes theirs for spending. This helps them to learn responsibility for their money. It helps them to manage it and not just go out and spend it, but also to see that there are purposes for money and that we need to be saving as well as helping others. One thing we do is if we're shopping and they see something that they really want, we help them to look at it, think about the product itself. Is it worth that much money? Are they really going to use it, or is it just something that they're going to throw away and get tired of? But we don't buy it at the store. We go home and we think about it for a day or 2. Help them process through if they really want to spend that much of their earned money on that toy, or whatever it happens to be. If after those couple of days they're still convinced that they want to buy it, then we'll take them back to the store and they can purchase it. But it gives them opportunity to think through the purchase to see if it's really worth their money. Another very practical way that we're training Sarah and Seth to become successful and mature adults is to give them chores every day. Their own personal responsibility is to clean up their own bedroom, to make sure all their dirty clothes are put away and their toys are cleaned up and things like that. Besides that, they have chores to do that help out the family. So one day it might be sweeping the living room and the dining room floor. The next day it might be gathering up all the dirty dishes from the day before and washing them and putting them away. It just varies from day to day. We all make the messes, so as a family, we all clean them up together. So these are some ways that Marty and I try to help Sarah and Seth grow in wisdom. We try to provide them with a formal classical Christian education as well as take their lessons and apply them to life. I hope that you have found this video informative and that you will stay tuned for video number 2 where I'm going to talk about growing in stature. Leave your comments and keep smiling.